Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? I'm going to do another whip and chat here. Alright. Alright, Dreamer Designs, Fine Soft Day. By Liam Kelly, 120 centimeters by 40 centimeters, 47.2 inches by 15.7 inches. Square drill. 52 colors, including 2 AB colors, which stands for Aurora Borealis, and they're iridescent coated drills that have a sparkler kind of sheen to them that's reminiscent of the Northern Lights. Alright, so got a little bit more filled in here of that double vertical line. Now we're just going to fill in U here for this whip and chat. Let's fill in the sky, a tree here, and then there's like a tall kind of pillar tree here, and there's like a purple kind of couple trees as well. Yeah, it's basically a sky portion. Okay, so 211 is just kind of pink purple family, so yeah, just keep filling this in drill by drill, and we'll just hang out. All right. Hopefully your day's going well so far. Still have that lingering headache, and looks like there's a low pressure system coming in, so that's probably not helping. Oh well. It's all good. It will pass. Alright, so nice patch, another color block here with the capital U. Large patch of sky here. Wow, that's quite the wind. That flag is holding on for dear life. Must be tied on there pretty good. Alright, yeah, just doing smaller, dividing the larger color blocks up as usual. This makes it easier. certainly getting dark out. I haven't really seen the weather forecast, but yeah, my version of a weather forecast is looking out the window and seeing what's going on. Yeah, I'd still watch weather forecasts, but then I just go, say you get a more accurate forecast just by looking out the window, but that's just me. There we go. Came back. Just had to run to the front door for a second there. All good. My dad was coming home, so I just grabbed the door for him. His hands were a little full. Alright. I'm surprised that flags hasn't torn off the pole yet. It is really windy. Wouldn't be a surprise if the power went out. It is a thing. It happens. What can you do? Alright. Well, it could be snowing, but it's not, so. But yeah, high winds still are a bugger. Power usually does go out around here. You know, if we got like a thunderstorm. There just must be flimsy power cords, or it's usually been a squirrel getting a little too curious around transformers. So power blacks out for a few hours. Out here in the country, or yeah, say country, yeah, that's just wind just bashing around the wiring, electrical cords, telephone poles. I don't know, we just need more trees. Like, probably not around hydro poles and all that, but just trees to be like a windbreak. Dad came home and he turned the oven on. Oh dear. There we go. Okay, solved. Any messages on my phone? Oh, there we go. All good. Yeah, I'll just keep filling this in. All I can do. Yeah, I'll just make another smaller section here. Oh, jeez. Do you want to spill a color today? Do anything in the pink family? Or red family? So I think pink is a close relative of the reds. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Had to hit pause again. Phone rang and it was for me, so... Yeah, I called bingo for local hospital, but ever since COVID hit, it's not been a thing. But I'll still stay on the volunteer roster, I guess. Hospital auxiliary, whatever it's called. Yeah, I had to go through screening to be able to call bingo, but that's every other volunteer for the hospital. It's common screening practice because you're dealing with people and you're representing the hospital, so I was fine with it. But yeah, I don't know when bingo's coming back. Like, I called out the numbers, like run the bingo nights, or had. Like, I was the caller. That's basically it. I didn't like organize it or anything, but yeah, I just show up and call bingo. I was like, hey, I could do this. I was like, what do I have to do? I just came up to one of the volunteers and just asked him. It's like, hey, could I call bingo? And it's like, yeah, sure, just fill out a volunteer form and we'll go from there. And went through an interview process. And yeah, a little extreme just to be able to call bingo, but at the same time, ethical thing to do. Yeah, because that's like not fair to the other volunteers if I just get pole vault through. I totally understand the process. I just respected the process. But I do miss calling bingo. Like, it would it's fundraising for the hospital, which is what is I'm all for, like local hospital. Keep it going, but just COVID prevents me from calling bingo and from the hospital for raising money that way. Yeah, I hadn't heard from the hospital in the longest time. I guess they're having meetings again, but yet never really been at the hospital to volunteer in like that kind of way, like patient attending and all that. Nope. I just volunteered to call bingo. So, oh, excuse me. With my empath kind of sensitivity to what other people are feeling, I'd probably have a rough time being in a hospital setting if somebody's in pain or something, or yeah, I'd kind of share in their experience, just energy wise. Kind of sensitive to that kind of stuff. I don't know, just being an empath is just feeling sensations or kind of relating to somebody else's feelings as if they were my own. I think I tried explaining it a few WIP and chats ago. Chats ago. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I guess I was thinking about that the other day, the hospital auxiliary. Like, I drive by a said hospital when I go to work, so just been on pause for a couple of years. Like, yeah, it's been a bit, but I'm contactable. They called me and I have an email, so I check my email a little more regularly than I ever did. It's kind of like crap pile up in my inbox, but it's a little tidier now. Yeah. Oh well, that... When I get a chance to call a bingo again, if ever, then I'll be around. I got like a identification badge and everything, just for... It's like, I think I still have my ID badge. Like, I was giving a folder and all that, so my orientation, but just interviewed to call bingo. Just kind of laugh, yet at the same time it makes sense and it's fair and ethical and probably a general practice for any volunteer type, or being in an environment where you're going to be around other people. I don't know. I'm okay with it. But yeah, I do miss calling bingo. I don't get paid for it. It's volunteer. Like, it's fundraising for the hospital. So I wasn't expecting to get paid. Like, no. Volunteer. It's not quite how that works. It's a non-profit healthcare organization or branch of healthcare. basically fundraising for the hospital. It's what it is in a nutshell. I don't know if I'd be able to like volunteer in the hospital anyway, because I work in the food industry, and if I'm in a kind of sensitive healthcare environment, yeah, while working in food, highly sensitive human consumption product like egg, volunteering at a hospital, yeah, I couldn't do it. Probably. I'd probably get into some really crazy situations, like somebody got injured or a broken bone or something, and then I'd just be there'd be too much energy bouncing around in that place. Stress, anxiety, fear, pain. I don't know, it's just an extra sense I've had for a very long time. I guess ever since I got attuned for level 1 Reiki, I kind of ability to sense energy or feel energy kind of got amplified in that way. I might have always been able to sense energy or read a room without too much context, like just feel a certain sensation but not be able to pinpoint the exact reason, like not to that degree, but I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people can just like walk into a room and just get the sensation of it, like read the room, kind of like the overall mood or tone once you walk in. I'm sure everybody notices that sensation. For me, it's just kind of amplified a bit more. I don't know, probably other people that have amplified sensation or sensory reading of a room, I can tell you. But I guess I just talk about it. I guess I just mention it myself, so I don't know, I can't walk through walls or anything, or not the next superhero, but yeah, just a sensation I've had for quite a few years now. I've probably mentioned it, but oh, all good. It's a part of me, so get used to it. But sometimes you just, sometimes it can get a little much. Just out of nowhere, you just feel different. Just get angry or upset, or just feel a shred of despair or something out of nowhere. And then the next day, it's like somebody died in a car accident or something. I don't know, there's like always something after or explanation later, or somebody mentions something about an occurrence that happened to somebody. I don't know where these sensations come from, but it's just just a thing that I go through. I really try not to question it. It's something that happens, and it's kind of reality, to be honest. It's probably something happening in the world every few seconds. Natural disaster, or somebody getting hurt, or somebody passing on. I don't know. It's a constant stream. And do you know where half these sensations come from? Or why? I've had the odd dream. Seeing certain events unfold. At least one of them was a relative passing away, like the night before, and then the next day I heard that they passed away, so not sure, not to get too grim, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned something like that before as well. Probably had a very similar WIP and chat where I just described this before. I know I'm not going to do tarot card readings or anything, but if you have the ability to do that, love doing that. And all good. That's probably really different, but I'm sure it's kind of similar to sensing feelings from other people, or yeah, it's an energy reading, I guess, in a sense. Yeah, you could probably see I believe in ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, because where does that energy go when somebody passes away? It just becomes something else. It just goes to a different place and serves a different purpose. So, well, that's my opinion anyway, but not gonna buy a whole bunch of ghost hunting gear and go to haunted places and film it. So there are tons of other individuals who do that and do help people, I believe. Oh, a couple TV paranormal ghost hunting shows out there. Oh, it's a thing. Whether you believe it or not is totally up to the individual watching it or reacting to it. But yeah, I kind of believe in the paranormal. I'm pretty sure there are aliens. Why not? How do we know? I have an open mind about some of this stuff, but yeah. But anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description, I have my Facebook profile page, my Echoes of Color Facebook business page. It's the URL basically, and my Instagram handle. Other than that, pausing like 3 or 4 times in the video, I highly doubt it'll be noticeable, but except for what I mentioned. But yeah, take care. All the best with your crafting endeavors, or if you're just hanging out, thanks for the support, and I'll see you next time. Bye.